Hey, 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 everyone. Hi, from the Mediterranean. Nice. Boaz, how are you? Look, today I have a different setup. I have the camera here. Usually the second screen would be here. So the camera is here. The chat is here. So it was a bit, something like this. But today I have my screen right behind the camera, so I can read the chat and look at you and look at you and read the chat. Eddie, hello. Roland, Dr. Gonzo, hi everyone. Cheers. I have another glass of wine here. I say another because that's my second one already. Cheers everyone, let's start. So many. Hey, Vim, you made it. Nice. Eugene, oh, so many people. How cool. Hi, David. So today we will explore the Starling modules. I say explore because I didn't really get a chance to go through everything, and I have the manuals here with me. Of all 4 modules. We will explore them, we will experiment, see what we can get, or what we can get. Ah, you're at work, Vim, okay. So you're on the phone, shh, don't tell your boss. Or maybe you're the boss, I don't know. Joel, hi, Scott, everyone, hi. So we have 4 different modules. We have the sync, we have meta, I have them already on my favorites. Meta, we have scanner, and we have the gate sequencer. I think the gate, what we can gate, yeah, the gate sequencer, I think for me at least it was the most intuitive. I don't know, but maybe we'll start with something else. Maybe we can start with meta, for example. Oh, what do you think? We can start with meta. Those are really deep modules. By the way, they are available as hardware, and the developer of those modules gave us a chance to try them before we buy them, or when we choose to buy them. So we have them also in VCV rack. He's a really nice guy. Maybe he can make it even to the chat later, we'll see. So let's start. You can see there are also stuff. Oh, by the way, you can see that in the right-click menu, there are a lot of different options. Meta, yeah, we'll start with meta. All sorts of different options. There is a version that, on Windows at least, VCV Rack will crash when you choose a different settings in the right-click menu. But it's on the way to the plugin manager as we speak. A lot of echo in my voice. There is echo in my voice. There is echo in my voice. Let's see if we can fix this. Why there is echo in my voice? No, Eugene, no echo? Not here, okay, so there is no echo. No echo. Okay, so maybe... Okay, cool. You can hear me well, I see, which is good. So anyway, in the right-click menu, if you click a different... if you select a different setting, 200% fine. So on Windows at least it will crash. Again, there will be a build soon in the plugin manager, which is cool. And also, by the way, which is also important, those plugins will be also available with time. No worries. Clean this 6, no worries, everything is okay. So there will be a version also for VCV 1.0, which is also important. We don't want to now learn and fall in love with modules that will not be available in the future. So let's start with meta. Let me just remove everything else. Something else that you can see that's changed here. Someone offered that maybe I can make a different setup for my live settings. I'm using the MSC Hex mixer. So I have also send and returns. I'm not a fan Cheers, Cyborg. I'm sorry. I hope you are strong. So I'm not a fan of send and return effects. I look at effects as instruments by themselves, but this will make my patches smaller, hopefully, because I will not use like 10 reverbs and 5 delays, which means that maybe people with not, I don't know, with weaker computers, let's say, or computers that are not so strong, can open the patches, can have a closer look. Also, the patches maybe will be more clear. I don't know. I will give it a try. I'm not so sure. This Martin Luders is in the house, developer of ML modules. I'm not so sure it will stay like this in the future, but let's start some patching. Let's start with Meta. So Meta, if I'm not mistaken, I will load already a scope here. Very nice, so we can see what's going on. So Meta actually will produce sound. So it's a sort of an oscillator, LFO also. We can create drums with it. Also in the newer version, we have also stock presets, which is also really good. We will not use them today, but let's do something from scratch. I will have the scope, I hope. Zoom the patch, shall I zoom the patch? Sure, yeah, sorry, here. Yeah, sure, tell me how it looks like. Here it looks fine. If you want me to zoom, I will zoom. So, if I'm not mistaken, this will create sound. So let's see, we can trigger, oh yeah, look at this. Oh, let's send this already to the mixer, just a second. Jason from Starling is here. Hey Jason, wow, nice that you can join us. This is so cool. Guys, say hi to Jason from Starling. Thank you for those modules. Really deep modules, amazing. Let's see if we can hear something. Oh. Okay, I need a sequencer. I need something to run this. Let's see. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's take a Euclidean sequencer. So also there is also a sequencer Skorovnik, but I want something to gate so to send triggers. So I had a video, was it out yesterday I think, about the Euclidean sequencer, and someone asked me to look more in depth how to chain the sequencer. So let's chain 2 Euclidean sequencers. Now there is also a Euclidean sequencer in the Starling modules, but we will come to it later. So let's use this now, maybe in a second patch. Let's chain 3 Euclidean sequencers. What do you say about this? Soon there will be also the game of BPM, so start already to think about the BPM you want. So we can chain 3 Euclidean rhythm sequencers. All we have to do is send the end of cycle of the first one to start the next sequencer, and then again the end of cycle to start the next one, and then last one, 166, the last one in the chain, the end of cycle will trigger the first sequencer. Very nice. Now we have to change the first or the primary or the master sequencer to boss by clicking this button here, and all the other ones to employee or to slaves. So now the first one is the boss, all the other ones are employees. Now I need some BPMs. I have 166 and 133. I need a piece of paper. I didn't make this ready. Let's see. They are not so different from one another, but so let's say 166 and something a bit. I see what you did. Yeah, employee slave. That's how it is. This is how the world is working. 212. Okay, let's take 212. So now with ring or without rings. Let's see. This is the one with the ring. Omri the socialist, I guess. Ring or not ring? This is the question. Frodo. Ring. Okay. And the other BPM will be for the next one. 212. 212. 212. Very nice. Okay, let's already multiply this by 2, like always. Now, the clock, let me just take this down. We have to clock all 3 sequencers. In this case, there are 3. And we can also clock them differently. So we can make, let's do this actually. Let's send a different clock multiplied by 3 to the second sequencer. So the second sequencer will be faster or quicker. Yeah, the ring wins every time. That's true. And now what we also have to do is reset the sequencers. So let's reset them. And now you can see the first row is chained. So you can see now the sequence is here. Now it will go back to the start. So it's just the first row now. I mean, we can chain all the rows or chain just 1 row or 2 or 3 as you wish. Let's start changing here the sequence. Let's make here something like this. Maybe something like this will run quicker, and maybe here a shorter one. And now we need somehow to combine them, so we can use Umix from Bog Audio, just a Unity mixer. Anyway, they will not play together, so it's not really mixing them. It's just combining them, let's say, to send them for the same output. So we'll take the outputs from the sequencers from the first row to Unity or Umix, and from there let's trigger the voice. Very nice. Let's add some reverb. Just a bit. Let's change this to ×4. Okay. What happened here? I know what to do. We'll multiply this by 2, but delay it by a 16th note. Okay, now. Don't forget the cowbell. What is go to label? Go to label. Okay. So now we have here pitch control, an envelope, or a decay or release time. Oh yeah. And this will follow 1 volt per octave, by the way, so we can also send pitch information to it. And here we have, yes, some more control on the wave shape. Now the interesting thing about all of the 4 Starling modules that we have 2, they call it analog inputs, that we can combine also inputs from the outside, which is also really cool. And there is also the expander with the CV, CV control, attenuators, with the freeze function and another logic output that you can see what we get from here. Let's have a listen what it is. Maybe we can add some grit. Yes! I just want the highs. There is also an EQ. Hey Jake, have a good one. Have a nice day. Take care. Can you hear the music loud enough, by the way? Why there is no delay? Oh no, yeah. It's a little quiet. Let me see. This is better. Is it better now? Yeah, this grid is nice, really nice. This is really cool. This function here, this control here. Oh, I'm going to modulate this. Let's add brains. Oh, this is nice. This sounds nice. Brains. Where is it? Oh, here. Dark matter. Let's clock it with a multiplied by 2 clock. Again, I have to multiply. We need a YouTube module for VCV so we could all make our patches. This will be cool to make to make the patches together. So I have 2 clocks multiplied by 2. Don't forget one is delayed. Okay, so let's modulate this here. So this is the input. Wow. Let's attenuate it, but you know, let's use black holes, also geodesics, which are attenuators mostly. Start a new patch. So let's send this sample and hold first to an attenuverter in this case, and let's attenuate the signal a bit. Attenuate with the expander, yeah, exactly, sorry. Yeah, let's do this with the expander. So in the expander we have also an attenuator. So we can take this a bit down. So we don't need black holes for now. Nice. And let's see what happens when we start freezing the signal. So let's use the first Euclidean rhythm or Euclidean sequence. So let's make something short, something like this maybe. Okay, and let's send this output to the freeze. Something different, let's see, maybe one more division. No, maybe one less. Yeah. We can also set this to loop, which will sound like this. Which is nice for fills or something like this. Let's modulate also the time. Again, also here on the expander we have an attenuator. So the time 2, this is this input. Let's attenuate it a bit. But you know what I want? I want for the modulation, for the sample and hold, I want a quicker clock. Yeah, it's really nice for live performances, and I think the hardware also is really cool that you just push the buttons, not with the mouse. And soon we'll have also MIDI mapping, so we can map this to all sorts of controllers. Really nice for live, yeah. I wanted a clock multiplied by 4 for the module, for the sample and hold. So let's change the clock. Now there will be some noise, which is also cool. So with this we will also modulate. If I turn the clock off, it will send the noise out from the sample and hold. Yeah. This is so cool. I mean, amazing. I think in a live situations you have like a drop or something, and all of a sudden it goes like this. Beautiful. Weird and quirky. Okay, let's leave it like this. Let's add another meta because it can do much more than just drums. Like we've seen, it can be also an oscillator, or let's say an audio oscillator. And we have also two more outputs here. Let's see how the square wave sounds like. It will look like this. Ciao Vim. Vim, have a good one. Let's listen how this sounds like. Let's mute. Let's solo this. So this is the square wave output. Let's have a listen to the triangle, which will look like this. Ah, okay, but it's... Ah, no, it's solo, sorry. Ooh, low frequencies. All together. Yeah, Dr. Gonzo, it was amazing. It was really beautiful. Marcel, what do you mean, where are you from? Me, Cyborg, the modules, the developer of the modules. Okay, let's move on to the second one. We have also frequency and trigger. Let's see. I have here the manual. I have here also, actually it's open here. Let's see if I can see it. So frequency. Wow, it's such, really, you have to, just a glance at the manual, you can see how deep this module is. Audio envelope or sequence, and there's also the right click menu, which is also crazy. Let's see, let's first of all take the output. Let's use now, let me just initialize it. Let's use another sequencer. Let's use Entropia. Again, geodesics, amazing collection. Okay. I need quantum. Let's say vanilla. From Entropia to quantum. From quantum, let's send it to time 1. Which is supposed to follow 1 volt per octave. I have a French accent. I get this a lot, you know, but I'm not from France. I'm not from France. I'm originally from Israel. 12 pois. But I live in Germany for like 7 years already. So maybe the accents are combined somehow, I don't know, and it sounds French. Okay, let's use the second Euclidean sequence. Let's make something like this. I can use also the third row here. And let's use this row to run the sequencer. Let's change the patterns a bit, the blue. Let's set a 7-step sequence. This rhythm is nice. And let's see, let's change the yellow sequence to random. Let's change this to add, so the sequences will be added together and not switch. Krav Maga. Yeah. Krav Maga is Israeli, that's true. And let's see, step number 3, open the attenuator a bit and the probability, and step number 5. Okay, and now let's turn this to loop. So now we have something going on here, and let's send this to the mixer. Let's let's see, let's solo this. There are a few trigger modes. If I change the frequency, then it's a low frequency oscillator. So cool. Even lower. Crazy. Look at this. We have a sort of a wave folding effect. Without a trigger input. Let's see. Maybe gate. Oh yeah. A sync source. I need another schluck of wine. Cowbells, yeah, just a second. We will add also cowbells. Soon we will go to the gate sequencer. Okay, let's see. Let's add some reverb first. Another oscillator, okay? This is nice. Let's change the tables to get different sound. What we can also do, we can take it down an octave with using the pitch tools module from 21 kilohertz. So this will go before the T1 input. And now, you know what? Another oscillator, okay. Let's duplicate it and let's use another pitch tools module. Let's take it up 7 semitones and use the same pitch coming from Quantum. Let's send this also to the mixer. Let's use another. And now let's sync them. Let's see. Let's see. If I send this to the A and this to the A. No. Oh man. Yeah, Espen. To the new oscillator signal delay, maybe. We can do something like this. We can do something like this. We can delay the signal here. Signal delay. And let's use also the calculator because I cannot calculate it by myself. We have 212 BPM. I just sync the calculator with the clock. I will take the time all the way down and let's see. Let's take the signal from 21 kilohertz pitch tools module first to the delay. And now let's see. Let's use a dotted eighth. No, triplet. Let's listen just to those two for a second. No, something longer. Okay, 283 and let's 283, but let's make it 276. so it's not accurate. There is one thing I don't like here, and that's the delay of the clock of the quad Euclidean rhythm. I don't like this delay. I think I will just use the same clock. So let's do this and reset everything. So now we have another clock that we can use. Jason, how can I sync? You said I should sync them. How? Can you please help me? I should use another oscillator to sync the first one. Now, I will zoom out a bit, just a second, because I want to modulate this wave folding. If you use the logic out. Ah, okay, cool. So you mean the logic out from the expander or the logic one from the original? From the expander, I guess. Either, okay. So let's take this here, the first meta, the logic output to trigger the second one. Ooh, מה זה? Change the trigger mode here. Let me zoom in a bit. I want to show you something about those modules. It looks like, at first glance again, it looks like that there is no visual reference when you click one of those options, but there is. If you look here at the lights, you can see that they are changing with each mode, so you can see where you are. This is nice. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah. This is cool, Jason. This is really nice. Oh, it sounds like it's in pain, but in a good way. Shall we pen them hard left and right? Yeah, this is a bit more atmospheric. Okay, but I wanted to do something with the other Euclidean sequencer, and what was it? I forgot now. Wow. Psych. You wanna try and make another kick drum from another meta? A complex pulse. I can use the other one. Let's see what the other ones. So we have another pulse wave here. Let's use this one to sync both. A different trigger mode. No, the other one was nicer, I think. This one, it sounds like this. You know this rubber chicken? I think that it was a lot on YouTube a few months ago. This screaming rubber chicken, it sounds like this. Yeah, it's good pain, it sounds good. Let's try to add another steady kick drum with another meta. Zubin meta, you know this conductor? Never mind. Okay. It's all recorded, man. You can download the patch also later. No, I will not destroy it. This stays like this. Okay, now I want a nice steady kick drum. But maybe not 212. Let's see what we get. Let's send this directly to the mixer. And this one here. Let's take the loop out. Where am I here? Let's see. No, this is too quick for me. Let's see. I want to divide this by 2. Trigger in the drum mode switches drum modules, by the way. Yeah, 212 is a bit too quick. I just divided it by 2. Oh yeah. Ooh. This is what I want. This is what I want. Let's see if I send to the A input the different oscillator. Let's say this. You see, so you can combine, they call it analog inputs. And you have also, in this case, for the B, you have an attenuverter. So at noon it's 0, but you can invert it, which is really cool for modulation sources and stuff like this. And for the A, it's not an attenuverter, but it's supposed to create a sort of an offset. Am I right, Jason? When nothing is connected to the A input. And this is the same in all of the modules, so it has the same logic behind it. Okay, this is, I just want a nice kick drum. And see again, here you have the visual confirmation. You see what you can do, you see where you are. Let's use this, but let's add the triangle wave also. Let's see, another channel. I'm on solo, that's why. And this, yeah, but this will go not go through the envelope actually. So let's see, for example, oh yeah. Is meta anagram? I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. Can you explain yourself, or someone else can explain it to me? Or maybe Jason, you can answer this. Wow. Okay, another hi-hat. Another one. So the first one, I want a hi-hat, something triangle in B input. You mean the same module? Let's see, just a second. Can you hear this? This is a really nice effect. This is nice. What about? Ooh. Okay, I like the triangle in B. Yeah, So now the triangle, before I connected it directly to the triangle mode. Ah, we have also the right click menu. Man, those modules are deep. Yeah, but it's triangle. It is on triangle. This is a nice kick. Oh, now it's on contour. Try noise. Let's add noise. No, I will use noise. I will use noise for the for the hi-hat, and maybe we'll add the cowbell also later. Wow, this is nice. Okay, another meta. By the way, let's see how it is with the CPU meter. So you see this one, for example, is hitting 20 milliseconds. Oh, all of them actually. You know, they remind me, the graphics, by the way, Rick, they remind me a bit of the Geodesics collection. Yeah, I know it's there now with the hi-hat. The Geodesics collection, but somehow different, in a different way, deep. Okay, so now, you said ratcheting. You know, there's a really nice tool from the Clear Factory, which is a clock multiplier ratcheting control. I will see, I think there is also a free version of it. Yeah. So let's see. Let's use just a normal clock, the multiplied by 2. The multiplied by 2, this will trigger our voice. Let's, on the right click menu, we can use to output noise. Let's see how this sounds like. This I can also use. But why is it not outputting noise? Okay, the time 2 will also modulate. Of the triangle output. Let's see. Okay, never mind, but it sounds, we got something nice here. Okay. Sample and hold, here I come. So first of all, let's set it. So first of all, let's connect the modulation. I will use, we have black holes here, let's use it. Another sample and hold to black holes. From there, to modulate. Why is it not modulating? Here we can shut them down. Adjust 1, 1 and 2 and 3. Maybe I have to open the... Oh yeah. Okay. Let's take... We have an equalizer here. Okay, so I have to connect the triangle through Also, the time too we will modulate. Is it not too zoomed in for you guys that I'm moving like this on the screen? Just let me know. The time too, again, it has a CV. I don't need to use black holes. In the expander, but actually it's okay also like this. Cowbell. Let's see, Hora has something for sure. You think here there are cowbells? Let's see, clap, snare, toms, hats and crash, extras, beam, ride, cowbell. Okay, soon we will start a new patch. Let's see. Let's use here something. Cowbell, here we go. Can we modulate the panning here? Let's use sample and hold to modulate the panning of the cowbell. Is it being modulated? Not really. Hyatt. Let's divide this. I will show you what I want to do. Clock divider. I want to divide this. I don't think it's panning. I don't think it's modulating the pan. Something with the mixer. Now it's just on the left. Maybe the panning doesn't work. Can also be. There is no modulation, which is a shame. The level is being modulated, so why the pan not? Ah, yeah, right. Because it's mono and it's not stereo. It's a shame that it works like this. No, this is not what I wanted. I wanted the cowbell. Is it now being modulated? I don't think so. No. Something is with the mixer. If someone of you is using this mixer from MSC Hack, give me a hint what to do. The first time I'm using it for real. Wow, this is nice. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to divide this rhythm or this gate. So the first division, which is the regular one. But I want also to reverse the signal, let's say every 3 hits or so. Let's add also some delay. Oh, the delay is all the way up. Another thing I don't understand here, when I solo, I mean, I understand it, but why I cannot? So now there is no reverb. And there is no delay. This is just muting it. It's the one I was sorry, was away getting coffee. Espen, the mixer. So the panning modulation is not working. And also, how can I, in the right click menu? Ah, okay. Thank you. Okay, so now Espen, just the modulation, the panning modulation doesn't work. I think we will start another patch with another module. This was Meta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you say? Let's start another patch. Okay, this is saved. Let me just double check. Yeah, Boaz, this ratcheting module is really nice. You can choose also your limit. Okay, let's start another one. This was nice. This was really nice. Let's see. Okay, so the next module, this was Meta. Let's go with the gate sequencer. Because it's also... No, you know what? Let's do something else. The gate sequencer will come next. Let's use Scanner. Nice template. It's the first time I'm using it for my live sessions. I thought maybe it would be better instead of adding a lot of reverbs and delay. I just have it as sound effects, but we will see. Okay, so patch number 2, Scanner. Now Scanner, as I understood it, and I have it also here. I'm ready. I've printed everything. I love manuals. So Scanner will scan between two different signals that we will input in the A and B. So if I'm not mistaken, it will not produce sound by its own. It has Z, X, and Y. So we can scan Mixovnik. Yeah, it's also nice. So we can scan. Mixovnik has also a EQ, by the way. I'm not so sure. This is also EQ, which is also handy in live situations. So it will scan through the different voices. Let's do something like this. Let's see. Let's add an oscillator. Let's use the one from 21 kilohertz, the palm loop, because it has also sub-oscillators, sub-oscillation. Let's turn it already down. And let's use sawtooth wave and a square wave 1 octave below it. So let's use a scope also, of course, so we can see what's going on. So now we have, you can see that we are scanning. Here there is the sort of a square wave. And we can modulate this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's send this already to the mixer. Let's send this first through a filter, actually. So we have some control of the timbre. Ooh. Let's modulate. modulate this using, we can use Meta actually to modulate, to use this as a modulation source. Let's loop it and change the frequency. And now we can also modulate this here and get all sorts of nice modulation sources. Ooh, let's see, let's use this to modulate the Y, the X. Look at this wave, it's crazy. And also the Y. Jason, I'm always going to produce a mix. Yeah. Let's see the other outputs here. Let's also modulate the palm loop. Let's do something simple, constants and a sequential switch. For the fundamental, let's send 5 semitones up and 7 semitones up with a space of 1. Yeah. Of 1 between them. Let's send this with the volt per octave and let's clock this. What was the second BPM? It was 166. 166. Very nice. Let's divide this by 2. Send this to the clock input. Maybe even less. Divided by 4. Okay, and let's see the other outputs. This is also interesting. Oh, and from here we have gates, I see. Is low, okay. Let's use this output here, which is, I will tell you how it's called, if I can find this output. The flattened surface output also looks like modulation for the cutoff point this time. Oh yes. Wow. A bit more resonance. Let it speak. Now here we have sorts of gates that will be synced, or they will be somehow connected to what we have here. So let's do, no, I didn't want to delete this. Let's add slap, again volt, and send. Let's send again the square wave to the VCA section of slap. Bit louder. Is this okay? Is this better? Let me know. Take the sustain down. What did I do? Ah, I took the... More reverb. more delay, take the lows out. So you can hear it's still pretty soft. I hope this will make it. So you can hear the gates are connected to the modulation. Let's see what we get out of here. More gates, but more quick gates. Let's see what happens when we add an FM operator and gate it with this. It's a bit quick, but maybe it will give us a nice atmosphere. This logic output. Let's solo this. It's a bit too harsh. You can hear it's really noise. So let's use another slap. Let's see, let's do something like this. No, I know what we will do. Let's add a texture with clouds. We don't need slap. I will send this directly, this noisy output, to clouds. Just to add some atmosphere. This one. Blend all the way up. Spread, some feedback. Reverb all the way up. No, it's not quick enough. We can use this but to trigger clouds and let's use again the sawtooth wave. Yippee-ki-yay! So now the grains are being generated according to this output, this logic output. Okay, let's see here. I have it also here. Let's go to scanner, sync scanner. I want to see jump changes the path of the orbit on a rising edge according to the settings on the jump parameter. Sample and hold on the expander provides control of the sample and holds. Sample when you sample and hold. Okay. I want to see what the map is doing. Nothing written on the map. Blade Runner, yeah. So let's see. What was it again? Rising edge. Let's see. Let's change the jump. No, I liked it how it was before, without this trigger. I want to do something like this. Let's just mute everything for a second and look at the scope. Before I was playing with this module a bit, and by changing the map it was creating really crazy sounds, way too loud. So I will just send this shortly to the scope just to see that we are not going too much loud, and I will change the map and see what happens. Just see that I'm not going too loud here. Okay, so let's have a listen. This is more subtle. Okay, I like this. Okay, let's add another scanner. And let's create another sequence. Let's use the SEC3 from the fundamental modus. It's actually a really powerful sequencer. I've been using it a lot lately. And let's add the quantum. And again, the same sequence, the same scale. Let's send row 1 to quantum. From quantum, let's go with even 3 from Squinky Labs, which are actually 3 oscillators, 3 even VCOs even. Let's send this to the first oscillator. Those inputs will be normalized, so what's coming in here will go to the other 2 oscillators as well. Let's create a 5-step sequence. This is 8, 7, 6, and 5. Let's change the sequence a bit again. 5 steps. Okay, let's send an even waveform and a square wave to A. So an even waveform to A and a square wave to B. Let's see how this sounds like. Let's take the octaves a bit down. Itai! What is up, Itai? The 2 waveforms. Ah, okay. So now those are attenuverters, the X and Y knobs. Take this one, will be for sure noisy. Yes. They bias you around the spaces, okay. Itai! Using the wave. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let's see if I can transpose this sequence with the same signal that is coming from constants. Yes. Maybe not for now, but I'd like to try using this to modulate between 2 post-effect tracks being run by different sequences. Just a bit greater. So what happens now when I send something to the A input? Let's send the 3rd oscillator. Oh yes. We can attenuate it. No, the B, sorry. Take it even a 5th. Itai, what's going on? How do you like the music? Okay, for sure I have to work with this module a bit more, a bit longer, to understand it a bit more. Let's see in the right click menu what we have. Nothing, just presets. The X and Y attenuators will tame the wavefolding. Ah. Oh, look. This was surprising. Okay, so let's use... This is... It's amazing, it's an amazing module, I mean, look at this. No, this, let's leave this open all the way and just modulate this. Let's add some more reverb here. There's not enough reverb for me. No, this. I need an LFO. What do I have here that I can use? Let's see on the scope. I think this one here. Yeah, I will use this one. What we can do, we can... no, let's leave it as it is and let's modulate... Ah, I cannot modulate the attenuators. I can just modulate through the attenuators. Itai, you've been also drinking. Mac Joe, is it 3 or 8? 82. The stream is not working very well. Yeah, VCAs. Let's do this. I will take the VCA. No, let's use the fundamental VCA. But what VCA to which input? But now when I think about it, Martin. I mean, there is no input for the CV. I mean, the CV, the attenuator is the attenuator. So a VCA will not help me actually. Oh, Martin, what do you think? I don't know. But anyway, soon there will be MIDI mapping. I wanted to modulate the attenuator, yeah. I want to modulate this here. Ah, now I see, yeah. Yeah, okay. Now I understood. Adi! The middle row of inputs, yeah, it's X, Y, Z. Bye, Tai! So a VCA will help me. So what I wanted to do is modulate this CV, but this CV controls the level of what I inputted in the CV input, of course. So the CV input, before the signal, before it's going to the X input, it will go to a VCA, and I will open the attenuator all the way. So now I can control. Now I can control it through here. So let's send the okay. So I don't want the negative values, so let's use kinks with its full rectifier to rectify the signal. So again, let me just show you, this will be the original wave and this will be the full rectified wave. So we get just positive voltage, the negative voltage will be mirrored to the positive side. Now we need a sort of a melody, something on top, right? So we have already kinks here. Why not sampling what's coming out of quantum, but with a slower clock? Let's say divided by 8. This will trigger the sample and hold, and let's see, let's add another meta. Why not, as our oscillator? I mean, this stream is all about the Starling modules. Yeah, the full rectifier is really useful if you want a unipolar signal, but just be aware that it means also that the signal will be double the frequency if it just goes positive, because what goes negative, this will go positive again. So you just have to be aware, but for this is okay. Let me just initialize it, set it on loop. Let's send this to the mixer. Let's solo this. Do I have here? Do not. Okay. Let's see. Did I solo the correct one? Yes. It's this one. Set on loop. Set on loop. Let's just see this on there. Okay. Frequency. Triangle. Okay. And come on, you walked before, walk again. Okay, let's use this for example. Let's see. And let's use time 1 will be our sample and hold. No, but I want this. Because I have no input, so let's do this. Will this work? No. Okay, let's use this anyway. Reverb. Delay all the way up. Why not? We can. Let's again just, I don't understand why it's not coming from here. Just initialize and loop. Now, baby. But this is way too high. Ooh. So again, the pitch tools modules is the easiest. Of course, we can do also different things, but this is just the easiest to take these down octaves. Let's add also a slew. These modules are made for blind patching only? Nah. Those are deep modules, but you can learn them and enjoy them. Let's use a slew limiter on there. ADSR to modulate this. Let's use the one from Bog Audio. We will gate it with the same trigger the sample and hold is receiving, so every time there is a change in note, also this wave shaping Okay, guys, Will is also here, also from Starling. Hi, Will, thank you so much. And Jason also, thank you so much for joining us. We already explored the meta oscillator or the meta module. Now we are in the scanner part, but I'm just adding some meta magic. Okay, so I want this to happen every time there is a change in note. So here is the CV, and here is the CV input. Here is the attenuator, here is the CV input. Longer attack, no sustain. Hey Will, thank you for the modules. I mean, look at this, it's amazing. And there's a lot to learn still. I mean, they are really deep. I have the manuals here printed. I like manuals. But it's not how is it called? Wham bam, patch you ma'am sort of thing. You have to go, you have to dive, you have to learn. You should, it's fun. They're already available, 1776 effects. They're already available, there's a link in the description. They are on the way to the plugin manager as we speak. Okay, let's start another patch. We have 2 more modules. So let's start another patch. This was nice. Let me just see that I really saved it. Patch number 2. Thank you, Boaz. Okay, let's start another patch. The 3rd one. Let me just see. Okay, let's see that I have everything here. Very nice. Okay, so now let's go now with the gate sequencer. We had some break from drums and everything, or from percussive sounds, or from rhythms, but now the gate sequencer, it's really cool. That was fabulous. Yeah, really nice modules. The Reaper blog. Guys, the Reaper blog is with us. If you know Reaper, I'm a Reaper user for a few years now already. I learned a lot from the Reaper blog. This is great that you are here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. If you are a Reaper user, check out the Reaper blog. Probably if you're a Reaper user, you know it already. So the gate sequencer. Let's see. Let's go with a few FM operators. I missed the FM operators. Let's have 2 already. Activate the envelope, the level envelope, take sustain all the way down, attack almost all the way down, so we don't get those clicks. Okay. Now the step input here will be the clock input. This will start everything working. Oh, I need another BPM, guys. Come on. Another BPM we had before. What was it? 212. We had 101. Okay. 101 it is. Let's duplicate it by 2 already. Okay, so now we have 4 outputs actually. We have A plus B, which will be A plus B, that now they are not connected. We have sequence 1, sequence 2, and a logic output that in the right click menu we can change. We have AND, OR, XOR, and NOR, NOR. So let's start with the first output, the first sequence. So now the first sequence, we have the first sequence section here. We can change the pattern. Let me know if you can hear everything. Hi, Jakob. So this is the first sequence. Let's also have a listen to the second one. Let's bend them just a bit left and right. Let's just for now. And here we can change the pattern for the second. Of course, we have also CV input. Now the first sequence we can also offset with this knob here. Let's multiply this by 4. Boaz, what do you say about this about this rhythm? Okay, so let's do something like this. There is a module called Reftone, again, Bog Audio, which we can just send pitch to the modules. So let's send, for the first one, let's send A. To the second one, let's send E. Let's take this just down 1 octave. Okay, E. And let's add another module and set this, for example, to be O. So either when East, very Mediterranean, yeah. When one is playing or the other one or both of them, we will get an output. Let's see how it sounds like. And let's send also, let's say, C. This will be in the middle maybe. Okay, this was O, let's say XO, so only when one or the other are playing, not when both. Or NOR, when neither of them is playing. Which is better? Yes. Okay, some reverb. Very nice. Okay, let's modulate the feedback amount. Let's use, we'll modulate the feedback now. Twin quartet. Someone who knows very little about synths, but I'm learning how fast you make something that sounds amazing. Thank you, Happy Yipa. Thank you. Let's, oh, what have I done? I took out the, okay, now. Let's use the 84. I like the 84. Why not use the 84? It's a bit bigger to this here. Just let me know if everything is okay with the sound also, so it's not too low, you can hear everything. I will set it to slow. I will push the offset all the way up. Let's take the frequency down. The offset, I pushed it all the way up because the feedback CV input receives only positive voltage, so unipolar voltage. Oh yes. So now you see on the scope nothing is connected to the A input, so we have a sort of an offset that we can also attenuate with the B attenuator. So what we can do, let's see what happens when I send the 8FO to the A and B. We get a really loud signal or a really hot signal. But what I wanted to do is something different. No, what I want to do is I want to create a nice, interesting waveform to sample from. Let's see, what can we do? Yeah, marbles is nice, but I want to use the gate sequencer for this. I mean, we can send LFOs to A and B. So let's just add another one. What can we do? It's VCV rack. I mean, we're allowed to add more modules, right? So let's add a sawtooth, but let's make it slow. This is nice. Okay. Okay. So first of all, let's create something like this. So now we have an interesting, let's just push it all the way up. We have an interesting waveform here. And I can click the end, which will change how the A and B will act together. Let's see if I have it here written exactly which one is which. If not, we can look at the website. Look at this, this is nice. See this shape? This is from the manual. I love a good manual. So where is the end? Okay, it was not printed so well. Let's look at here at sync. Okay, get sequencer 1 and 2. Let's see. Okay, so they will be gated. Let's say I will take. So you can see here again we can see visually where we are. When I click this end button, you can see the lights here are moving. Which again, look at the waveform. I will make this slower even. This is nice. Look at this. Look at this waveform. Now I'm going to sample this waveform and create a nice sequence above those rhythms. I hope. I will try. So let's use again, let's use a different sample and hold module. Let's use the one from Bog Audio. There is a double sample and hold. a dual sample and hold. Windows update. Okay, so now I will send the A plus B signal to be sampled by the sample and hold, and I will use multiplied by 4, okay? Multiplied by 4. I will use quantum. Now we have A minor scale, so let's just use A, C, E. Let's go with A minor 7th. And let's add another oscillator. Let's use this time, let's use Slick from Animated Circuits with the phase distortion. So the output from the sample and hold we go to quantum, but there is a chance that I will want to attenuate this signal a bit. So let's use the dual attenuator from Befaco. Send the signal first to the dual attenuator or attenuverter. From there to the oscillator. The oscillator will go to the mixer. Let's see if it's a disaster or not. Open the attenuverter a bit. Lots of reverb. And now we can modulate the phase distortion with the same 8FO and different phase. Can open the attenuverter even more. You know what we can do? Let's use an attenuverter from AS and modulate it also. Because here I cannot modulate the attenuverter. So let's modulate it, open it, invert it, create variations. So AS has the dual attenuverter. I think it's called, I forgot. Attenuverter. Which has, it's exactly the same like the dual attenuverter but with CV inputs. So let's first of all send the signal not through the dual attenuverter from Befaco but from the dual attenuverter from AS, and use again the 8FO to modulate the attenuverter, but first of all go through another attenuverter so we can control it. And now we have to open just this here. Too much. Let's already open the beat just attenuator. Okay, now what will happen, because the offset of the 8FO is all the way up, so we have a unipolar signal, so it will just open the attenuverter. What I want also to invert it a bit. So I will actually turn this knob here to the left, so the modulation will start from here and go to the right. Actually, it's not a joke. I do dream about patch cables and about modules. Really, it's especially after days like this when I'm like 2 hours already almost in front of VCV. But it's cool because I wake up in the night and I have ideas and I write them down. I make my wife crazy. Actually, not really. She's happy, but still. Okay, more delay I need here. Because when I make this, very cool. Let's see what happens when I take... No, let's leave it like this, it sounds nice. Credit. Okay, let's add another... What shall we add? Another gate sequencer. Create some more rhythms. For sync? What do you mean time for sync? The sample and hold controls. Let's see, just a second. So the sample and hold controls how each sequencer interacts with its respective analog channel. Shall we try this here? Let's try this here. Let's just solo the rhythmic stuff. Oh, so there's also variation in rhythm. With the sample and hold, it will change the interaction between the analog inputs and the patterns. And because we have an LFO there, it will create variation. What do you mean modulate the reverb? How to modulate the reverb? Ah, okay. Okay. Now I understand. So when the sample and hold is active, the A plus B is becoming stepped. So let's have a look here at the scope, and I will turn the... I see something. I see some steps here. Here, now it's even more steppy. Or it's just me dreaming. Can be. But let's add another one. I need some more stuff. We'll add another one. Another gate sequencer. Let's see what else we can do with it. Let's send the same clock and also reset both of them just in case. Oh, you know what we can do? We can modulate the delay. Modulate the reverb. Yes, bass. Can you make some acid techno? Mod shape. This is already... I can turn on the modulation depth a bit. Okay. Some bass. Let's add some bass. My go-to module for adding bass is the palm loop oscillator. So let's use it also now. I will use a VCA and also an ADSR. Let's use the one from Bog Audio. Modulate the VCA. Attack almost all the way down. No sustain. And let's see. Let's take the first pattern to modulate the ADSR. And let's use tangents from Volt as our filter. Send a sawtooth wave through tangents, low pass input of tangents to the VCA, and a sine wave to the VCA. And let's see how this sounds like just for a second. Opalach. Opalach. Let's see. Okay, we'll have to tune this to A, because we are in A minor. I don't have to, but I can. So let's see. This is C. This is C, B, B flat, A. 1 octave lower. And now let's turn on also the sub oscillator. Let's change the pattern. We can also modulate the pattern. We can also do this. Oh, but this is working nice. Let's modulate the pattern. Let's see, what shall we use again? Let's use, okay, so we have also an attenuator. It's not for the pattern, but for the pattern, we have an attenuator for the pattern, no. So we can use a VCA, the one from the fundamentals. What I will do, I will send the 8FO to the VCA, from the VCA to modulate the pattern, the first one. Just open it a bit. Listen about genres. Someone smart told me once that all those names, all those tags we give music, it's not a way for us to define music, but it's a way for us to find ourselves in this huge subject. So don't worry so much about genres and about tags and what is what, Berlin School or not Berlin School. It doesn't matter, in the end it's what you are making out of it. Joel, thank you so much for joining us. Have a good one. Yeah. Now what we can do, let's modulate. Oh yes, modulate the cutoff point of the filter. Again, 8FO it's an amazing tool, the 8FO, because you get so many different. First of all, you have 8 different LFOs, and they are all in different phases, so you get somehow everything is moving together. There is an attenuator on the second pattern. Yeah, but I'm using the first one, exactly, the first one I'm using. Maybe the second one will also modulate. Let's see. So the bassline is nice. Let's add something on top. Like this, on top. Shall we use another meta? Why not? I mean, that's what we are doing here. Let's trigger it with the second pattern. Let's turn it all the way right so we have something quicker. I don't think I will add some drums here actually. Look, it's a gate sequencer usually used for drums. You want to, let's see, I don't know, let's see what we get out of here first. Where is our scope? Okay, let's see how this sounds like here, and we will tweak it to our needs. We have to, again, let's take again another ref. No, we don't need another one. Let's just send for the time one. No, let's use another ref tone just in case we want to take it also up an octave. Again, A, just send it to the volt per octave, in this case time 1. I didn't do anything still, and it sounds amazing. I mean, to me at least, I don't know, this sound. Let's modulate this here, this wave shaping. Let's modulate it again with the 8FO. I didn't touch it even. Now we can also use the time 2 to change the decay time or release time. Shall we use sample and hold for this? What do you guys say? Just a bit, just to create some more motion. Why not? Let's use another Kinks. This is VCV rack. We can add more modules. We don't have to feel bad about it. Again, the same multiplied by 4. Here we have CV. Let's turn it all the way down and send the output of the sample and hold to the CV input of the T2 of the time 2 and open the attenuator just a bit. Solo it? Let's solo it. Movement. Yes, movement is life. Let's scan the table a bit to see what other sounds we have here. Ooh. Which one was it? It was not this. It was this one. The trigger button. This is nice. What I want to do is I will want what I want to do is I will want to modulate its pitch. Did we use here the constants? No, it was in the different patch. Okay, so let's do something like this. Let's use, no, you know what, let's leave it like this for now. Let's see, let's use a different trigger mode. I will solo it again, sorry. This is nice. Let's listen to this. What about E? What are rhythmic ramps? Okay, I do want to modulate the pitch, I'm sorry. So what we will do again, the easiest, constants, sequential switch, sequential switch. Let's use two steps. The first one will be A. So if we are on C, we have 1, 2, 3 semitones down. So this will be our A. So we don't need ref tone. Here. But we do need to take it up an octave. So we can use the pitch tools module. Okay. And now let's bring it up a perfect fifth. So this actually we don't need at all because I can just do it here. So C, B, B flat A. And a perfect fifth is 7 semitones, and let's clock it with a much slower clock. Divided by 8. Or by 7, let's say. Let's go wild. What are rhythmic ramps, Frederick? What we can also do without adding a kick, we can still add DADSR. We can still add sidechain to this voice just to make it a bit more lively. So I will send it through a VCA first. And here we have the DADSR module. I use it a lot for sidechaining because it has an inverted output. Let's take the sustain all the way down, attack all the way down, and let's trigger it with our clock. Let's take the main clock. Let's use another VCA. I don't want it to modulate it so much, just a bit, just to add some more life. No, I need an attenuverter to push also the offset. It's so easy when you have visual affirmation, so you can see what's going on. The root note across all modules. Yeah, tune them. To tune them. I mean, if you are using, for example, something like quantum on all modules, you can use the transpose button. What you can also do is send through a mixer. You can send ref tone, which will output a certain voltage that can offset the pitch, or you can tune them, which I think is better. I'm not doing it in my videos because it's boring, I think, to see someone tuning an oscillator. But when you are tuning, you are never directly on the note, and it adds so much feel to the sound. It makes the patch more organic. Tune your oscillators. Don't do what I do with ref tones and whatnot. I mean, you can do it, it's easy, it's simple, but tune your oscillators because you will never hit the exact note. I'm out of wine. It will never hit the exact note, and you will add lots of feel to your sound. Moving the speed of the trigger. Moving the speed of the trigger. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean. So this was the gate sequencer, of course. It's much deeper than this. We have here even another output. Download the patch, use this output and share it with me. This is your homework. Okay, let's start another patch. We have one more module. We are here already 2 hours, but it's lots of fun. Let's start a new patch. Okay. What module do we have left? What was it? Sync. Ah, sync. Yeah. Oh, sync. This was rather than rifting on AM, for example. Add offset. I'm still in the subject of changing the pitch. Add offset. Mix 2 signals together. You can use constants from ML, what I've used, which will send constant voltage in spaces of semitones or in intervals of semitones. You can use ref tone, mix it with the other signal you're using for the volt per octave. Use a sequential switch maybe also, so you can create a movement. Let's see. The only used mode 1 on the sequencer, but it sounds mode on the second sequencer, but on the first one I used both of them. Yeah, yeah. Okay, finally sync. This is what you meant with sync. Now I understand. Have you ever done a top 3 rec modules video? Ooh, I think there are around 1,500 already modules. I'm not so sure. Most of them, probably 85-90% of them are free. It will be a long video. There are so many modules I enjoy using. There are many modules I have and I still didn't get a chance to check out. There are modules I still didn't install. Top 3 rec modules. I made a video for people who start with VCV rec, the modules they can start with. Yeah, so exactly. So I made a video about starting tips for beginners on VCV rec. So there are some modules there. Also free available modules. Yeah, John is in the house. The Reaper blog, yes. Amazing, it's an honor. Too many modules to keep up with, yeah. Okay, let's start another patch, sync. Now I played with it shortly before and I was amazed because it was really cool, those intervals and creating scales and whatnot. Let's just do this. Let's send the clock to the sync input. I need another BPM. I forgot. Plateau is an amazing, yes, this is it's an instrument by itself. I need a BPM, guys. Plateau 86. 86. Let's do this. 86. Okay, let's see. Scope. Now, I think, okay, so now we have a low frequency signal because I'm using a slower clock, but soon we will send something else to it. Don't worry, I just want to show you here the signal that we are getting. And here by changing the ratio, we will get different results. There's all sorts of different things here we can do. And we can also change, again, sort of a wave shaping. So we can get something like this. Now I will use this clock, this 86 later, but let's use first square waves. Let's use the LFO from Bog Audio. Okay, and let's see if, no, I will not use the LFO because it's, the frequency is too low. Let's use the even VCO. Let's go old school. The even VCO square wave. Let's send this already to the mixer. I just want to listen to how this sounds like. Now I will play with the ratio X and Y. Oh, you're going to sleep, okay. So the X and Y, have a listen what's going on. Octaves, sub-octaves. Y. Let's change the scale. So this will add subharmonics to the sound. And with the reverb, you don't need more than plateau in a patch. Let me tell you a story about a module far from far, far away. No, I'm joking. Very cool, very cool. Wow. Ooh, let's create a nice drone. What do you think about this? Let's create a nice drone. Blah 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 blah. Change the wave. This is so nice. Oh yes. It's amazing. It's amazing. Try patching triangle from even VCO into the Y of scope. Okay, now let's have a look. I will delete this scope. The full scope. Oh, I'm feeling something here. Let's see. Oh. What shall I say? Let's modulate this. Come on. What shall we use? What shall we use? I need Rampage first of all, because what I'm going to do with Rampage is I'm going to create two LFOs by cycling both sections and triggering them. The first one will modulate this here, and the second one will modulate the modulation. So let's send output A to modulate this here. Take the CV a bit down. And now this here will modulate the exponential CV, but I want to invert it. I want you to take it down So dual attenuverter, output B to the dual attenuverter, from there to the exponential CV. Let's just change this here. Ah, okay, it's taking it down already. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, we will finish soon. Soon. We will finish soon. Let's have a look here. Let's make this a bit more something like this. Let's use caudal to move the notes. Let's use rotation X. Again, I want a unipolar signal, so again, full rectifier. This is beautiful. Let's add also delay. Let's see what we get from the, let's add another scope. Let's see what we get from the triangle output. What we have here in the right click menu. Let's see, triangle. Oh yes. Let's add these to the mix. And let's see the square wave. Oh, let's add some grit. I think the logic output. Oh no. What shall... Ah, the logic output, we have nothing in the A and B. This is so nice. So from here we will get triggers or something like this. Yes, sorts of triggers or gates. So let's use this. I will not delete it. Let's use it to trigger something. What shall we trigger? Let's trigger another voice. Let's trigger another voice. Yeah, a trigger on every new pitch, exactly. So let's trigger something with full with delay. Wow, this is nice. But what? But what? Maybe basil? Something nice and clean? With slap? I will trigger it. Basil. I need something different. I need something cleaner. I need something cleaner. Michel. Something cleaner. FM operator. Yeah, but I used it already. Okay. I don't know. I love it also. 21 kilohertz. Also, I used it already. Let's use something I didn't use still. So many choices. Fundamental? Okay. So actually, let's use the functional VCO from Squinky Labs, which is the fundamental VCO. Just Slick also used just the more CPU efficient. Let's send a triangle wave. Let's see how this will sound. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. But I want also pitch. I want Chebyshev is also really nice. I want also pitch. So again, let's sample the pitch coming out from where? Which pitch am I sampling? I cannot sample any pitch from here. Or can I? Just pick up classic guitar and I'm jamming in the key of C. Works great. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see for a second what's coming out of here again. Let's see what's coming out of here. No. Leakage. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's use another sequencer and we will use this is hard. So many choices. No, let's use ions from the geodesics collection. And let's use, you said C7, right? So let's use quantum. Make something like this. Let's take just the blue sequence. I will take the probability all the way up. So we have a 16-step sequence. Global clock will be our what's triggering slap. Also, let's change the values here. We will finish soon, but let's just make this. This will go to our oscillator. Now, what I need now is a lot of reverb, but I want also lots of delay. So what I will use, let's use the AS delay. delay plus. Let's send it first through the delay. Let's use again the calculator, just so we can calculate our delay. And let's take this to 1, and let's say triplet half. No. Let's say dotted half. Yes. Lots of feedback. Color. So now we have another sequence from the delay. It doesn't fit, Boaz. No, it doesn't fit. So let's first find the scale. So let's just take a sine wave and find the scale. Let's take the CV out. Let's see if it's this. I don't think so. Which scale is this? Let's see again. Let's try again to find it. We shall not give up. No, it is C. Ah, but maybe it's C major, maybe? No. The bass pitch of even VCO, yeah, that's C. Avanti Jazz, thank you. Okay, I think we got it. Just this delay I don't like so much. Let's use okay guys, I think this was enough for today. It's already 2.5 hours, I think. This was cool. What do you think? Microtonal scale, that's another way of putting it. Ah, okay. Yeah, there are a few scales there. A few things going on. This is a really deep module. It will take much more than a live stream to grasp everything, but I have a feeling there will come a few videos in the near future. This was amazing. This was really beautiful. By the way, there is a new module from DHE. If you are here already, I will show you just because we have the full scope. It's called Blossom and it makes beautiful flowers. Just so you know. Just for fun. Thanks again, guys. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I will save this patch as well. 4 patches we've built today. Crazy. 4 modules, 4 patches. Thanks again for Will and for Jason. Thank you for joining us for this stream. Really, it's amazing. Thank you for giving us the modules also for VCV Rec, for giving us the chance to use them. Of course, they're also available in hardware. If you have your rec, check them out. If not, go buy one. No, I'm joking. Thank you very much. The patches will be available probably early tomorrow. The video will be also available on my channel with the patches. 4 patches we've built. Amazing. Thank you so much. It was a really nice stream. There's a nice flower there. I hope you can see it. Thanks again. Have a good one. Have a really nice weekend. Go patch some modules together. Let me know. Share with me what you came up with those modules. Yeah, there is already actually a link in the description to the website of Starling. Starling modules, really nice. Yeah, Will, Jason, thank you. And this was it, guys. Have a good one. It's a nice patch to finish with. I don't want to close it. Until next time.